Welcome back to week 7 of the Militia Madness YouTube channel, the gameplay series. Today I'm bringing you Bant Bogles, which is a deck I think sucks. But what we were talking before we filmed, it just has a lot of problems, right? Like, it's an aggro deck that like has good cards in each of its 3 colors. So you can't exactly cut one and lose nothing. Because if you just go green-blue, you lose... all the glitters, Armadillo Cloak, and Ethereal Armor. And then if you go green-white, then you lose a lot of the evasion enablers. And it's just, it's... I mean, I'm going to play it and I'm going to have fun. But there's a lot of... This is not Pauper Bogles power level. The fact that it's singleton and the fact that it's 3 colors in a format that doesn't enable that as quickly as regular Pauper does matter. But... Our commander's Lagrella. This deck has nothing to do with her, but she is a removal spell in my command zone, which can come up, I guess, but doesn't really matter. Just gonna lay all my... No, she can go over here.
I was putting her back in camera.
Oh. Whatever. For my Bogles, I'm playing a lot of them. I think the only one that's like even remotely playable that I'm not playing is Cyber Cryptomancer. And I think that's just oversight. That's not like an intentional choice. I think I should cut one of my heroic guys to play them. But this is just consistency. These are not great, and you will never see in a regular Pauper constructed. But I just value the hexproof word. It means that if you're against like blue-red control, a lot of the times they just don't have answers to these creatures. So, and these are just the creatures you want to see. So there you go. They're really all identical. I don't even think I'm going to put an image up. I might put an image up of the word hexproof, but that's probably all you're going to see.
One of those didn't technically have hexproof.
All these do. Oh, this can't be the target of spells.
Oh, no, it got completely changed. Never mind.
Yeah.
Look, man, I even still playing old copies of Silhana Ledgewalker.
That say can't be the target of spells or abilities? Yeah. They eroded it. So the thing is, we can't... You literally, even if you played the bad ones, like the 6-mana ones, you literally can't fill your deck with just hexproof guys. You have to play cheap, efficient guys that can wear auras well. I missed one. So these are all my 1-mana ones. Notice a lot of them are white. This is blue. That's so that my mana base sucks a little bit less. But yeah, Morgan was saying that they think there's a 1/1 First Striker. I didn't play that one because I probably got the deck building and put 6 in and went, I'm done. That's it. That's all I need. And, you know, it's whatever. Yeah. This is also relevant because it can target your stuff. But this is also kind of a protection spell, a little bit. But we'll get to those when we get to those. New Spider-Man card. That's interesting. Ward. Kind of like hexproof. Not really. But, you know. These are our 2-mana ones. I love the heroic mechanic. I love it so much. And it's a cheap way to put buffs on stuff. Speaking of heroic, we have more heroic creatures. Yay! I'm not on any of the green heroic creatures because they don't fly and they suck. That's really it. I want my creatures that don't have hexproof to be evasive or gain me a bunch of life like the Sacred Cat
the
does.
only green cards that basically has hexproof that I would have seen is Aura Gnarlid, which I know you don't have.
I do not. Mostly because that card I don't think has hexproof.
It does not, but it gets +2/+2 for like every enchantment.
Yeah, it's just a giant removal spell pointer that I just don't want to deal with. I'm on a Heliod's Pilgrim just to smooth consistency. Because in a lot of different matchups, you want different orders. In the aggressive matchups, you really want your lifelink enchantments, and you want a flying enchantment, whatever this represents it. I'm not on the 5-mana one because it's 5 mana. We have our enchantment enablers. We have our trample enablers. Sorry. These all give trample. This is like the best card in my deck. This is great. Underplayed in a lot of green decks. I'll be real with you. So far on the channel, I think if you have creatures in your deck and you're in green, you should play Rancor. Just straight up. This draws you a card, and this gives lifelink, which segues nicely into our lifelink enchantments, kind of. So this gives lifelink if the creature's white, and unblockable if the creature's blue. This is really good in your commander. And it's also really, really good on Skyward Spider and all of your white flyers. But, you know, it's an aura in play, and we're scraping the bottom of the barrel. This doesn't give lifelink. Spirit Link just straight up gives lifelink. Actually, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does
I
not.
think it... Okay.
Lifelink just gives lifelink. Spirit Link is a triggered ability that
Correct.
represents lifelink.
Which is better because if you have...
It's also worse. Because what happens is if you die to combat, the trigger goes on the stack and you still die.
Sure.
But it can double as lifelink also with lifelink.
Yes. We also have these cards, which are nice. These care about the amount of auras in play. Well, enchantments in play. This also cares about artifacts. Relevant for a sideboard card, but not really. But again, these are enchantments that are good. We have
also, notably, Ancestral Mask counts your opponent's enchantments.
Correct. In play.
Yeah.
Good catch.
Yeah. It will possibly be relevant.
Yes. We have Hyena Umbra, and these are like the protection enchantments that you can put on like a Wayward Spider or something, and then like have mana up to like stop a kill card or whatever. But that's what they do. And then we have the flying enchantments, and the one unblockable enchantment. This card, weirdly enough, is super important in your deck because it's important to hit land drops, it's important to hit threats, and this helps you dig through your deck to get the right half of it, because sometimes you just draw the wrong half.
It's Curiosity Light.
Yeah, it's way worse than Curiosity.
But it also is unblockable, so it can attack every turn.
That's true, right? Like, these are just the evasion stuff. I guess you can count the trample as evasion, but these are straight up evasion. For the one card that doesn't have it. Cartouche of Solidarity. This is the main deck answer against edicts and stuff like that. But it's also just a cheap enchantment. Vigilance matters sometimes because you can like sit back on a big lifelinker and then just attack, and then stop their attacks, which is nice. Abundant Growth's my only aura. You could play Utopia Sprawl if you wanted to. I just didn't care. I really knew I only wanted one of these, and I valued drawing a card more. This also, Utopia Sprawl, you have to name a color. This you don't. So it helps a little bit more against being a little awkward sometimes. But really, you could play both. You could play one. I just wanted to play one because I didn't want to be that slow. These are all protection spells. Effectively, I think they all give hexproof and indestructible. Well, this only gives hexproof. But, you know, this I don't think you'll ever trigger. I don't think it's possible to trigger this in your deck. Excuse me. As I said last week, my throat is still shot. But yeah, these are just the protection spells. There were some lists where I was playing 2 blue ones, but we got those. 4 plains, 3 forests, and 5 islands. Just basics, good old basics. Guild gates, regular gates, keep gates, Basilisk gate. We are on the gate combo. They're just really, really good with Sacred Cat and flyers and stuff. Sideboard. These boys. Maybe one day we'll slide these in on the channel, but
I believe we've done at least.
Oh yeah, Omega versus Palamassi. I did it.
And I did as well.
Negate. Yep. Negate. Decent. These are our removal spells. They're searchable off of Heliod's Pokemon, which is why we want to be on this. I actually think I should trim a card and put Dog Umbra or like a white aura that deals with stuff. Morgan dropped our cards.
I didn't drop them. You tapping the table slid them off slowly.
Well, that's fine. Flag Bearers, these are really, really good. We can't play like Tranquilities and stuff like that. So our answer to Boggles is Flag Bearers. Some just generic removal spells. Destroy Evil, Thraben Charm. White does not get really good removal, so we're stuck with that. Guardian of the Guild Pact, this is like a threat against control decks, really. You can't really buff them up. You have Basilisk Gate, which you know, that'll kill people. And then you have Armadillo Cloak and Steel of the Godhead. Yeah. But it's really there against just control decks that can't ever answer him. We have 2 Heritage Reclamations, or 2 Return to Natures. This is better than Return to Nature, but they effectively do the same thing. This one does this, but draws a card. It's the same thing. I wanted 2 of them. I have 2 of them. Relic of Progenitus, just graveyard hate. I value this over Tormod's Crypt. Tormod's Crypt is 0 mana, so theoretically in an aggro deck you could play it, use it, and then develop a threat. But I wanted to play this because early games it can sometimes prevent a graveyard from being big in the first place just by tapping over and over and over and over again, and it draws you a card. So I value drawing a card. Ubiquitous white card that's in most of their sideboards. That's really good against decks. And then I'm playing this. This is another thing I'm playing against control decks to make every single creature in my deck a threat, and also make another threat. So that's Lagrella. We'll see you on Wednesday. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, and we'll see you on Wednesday.